You will never control your life if you don't first control your mouth. And they SEEDWSS, and some of you have been planting defeat, planting excuses, planting chaos without even realizing it. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you say is how tired you are, how overwhelmed you are, how unlucky you are. And then you wonder why your life keeps reflecting the very things you say. Your mouth is writing checks your hustle can't cash, because you keep speaking limitation instead of speaking discipline. You keep speaking fear instead of speaking faith. You keep speaking problems instead of speaking solutions. And I'm telling you right now, if you can't control the words coming out of your mouth, you will never control the direction your life is going. Some of you talk too much about the dream and do too little to protect it. You tell everybody your moves, everybody your goals, everybody your plans, and then get frustrated when people doubt you, discourage you, or distract you. Stop announcing everything. Start securing something. You don't need applause, you need alignment. You don't need validation, you need consistency. Sometimes silence is your strongest strategy because silence eliminates interference. When you talk less, you hear more. You hear your own thoughts clearly. You hear your next step clearly. You hear who's really for you and who's really against you. Your mouth can either expose you or elevate you, but it will never do both at the same time. And you've got to be careful because your mouth isn't just shaping the world around you. It's shaping the world inside you. Every time you say you can't, your mind believes you. Every time you speak doubt, your spirit absorbs it. Every time you complain, your body responds to it. You are programming yourself with your own voice. And the crazy part is, you trust everybody else's voice more than yours. You'll listen to criticism from people who don't even love themselves, but you won't listen to the strength inside you telling you to keep going, to stay focused, to grow through it. You've let your mouth become a weakness instead of a weapon. You've let it fight against you instead of fight for you. The moment you take ownership of your words, everything changes. Speak discipline, speak gratitude. Speak vision, speak growth, speak boundaries, speak excellence, and watch how your world shifts, your energy shifts, your relationships shift, your habits shift. Controlling your mouth isn't about sounding positive, it's about aligning your language with your purpose. It's about refusing to give power to anything that doesn't push you forward. It's about speaking from a place of conviction instead of convenience. And let me be crystal clear, your mouth is the steering wheel of your life. Wherever it turns, your life follows. If you want elevation, speak elevation. If you want clarity, speak clarity. If you want purpose, speak purpose. Don't let your mouth be the thing that destroys the very future you're trying to build. Speak like the person you're becoming, not the person you're trying to leave behind. That's where change begins, with the words you choose to release into the world. You've got to understand something real quick. Your mind is not automatically your friend. Your mind is built for survival, not success. It wants comfort, not calling. It wants sameness, not growth. And if you don't step in and take authority over it, it will run your entire life on autopilot. That's why so many people stay stuck even when they swear they want change. They're trying to build a new life with an old mindset, and it just doesn't work like that. So when I tell you to control your mind, I'm telling you to take the wheel back from the part of you that loves ease more than excellence. Every day, your mind is feeding you thousands of thoughts, some empowering, some destructive, and you can't let all of them live rent free inside you. You have to choose what stays and what goes. You have to decide what thoughts deserve energy and which ones deserve eviction. Because if you don't filter what comes into your mind, you'll end up living a life controlled by fear, doubt, insecurity, and worst of all, the stories you tell yourself that aren't even true. You know what most people do. They spend their days replaying past failures, magnifying their weaknesses, obsessing over what could go wrong. And because the mind is powerful, those thoughts eventually become their reality. They don't understand that their life isn't stuck, their thinking is. The moment you shift your thoughts, your life starts shifting with it. Your body follows your mind. Your habits follow your mind. Your decisions follow your mind. Everything starts with the conversations you're having internally long before you ever take action externally. And you've got to be intentional. You've got to stop letting your emotions drive every choice. You've got to stop giving your fears a microphone. When your mind starts whispering lies, you're tired, you're not enough, you can't do this, you have to talk back. You have to declare what's true even when you don't feel it yet. You have to be louder than your doubt. You have to hold yourself accountable to the standard you set when you were motivated, not the excuses you make when you're tired. Mastering your mind doesn't mean you won't ever have negative thoughts again. It means those thoughts won't own you anymore. It means you have a strategy. When you feel overwhelmed, you pause instead of panicking. When you feel fear, you move anyway. When you feel like quitting, you remind yourself why you started. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. You stop letting circumstances tell you who you are. And instead you tell your circumstances how you're going to respond. At the end of the day, the most dangerous enemy you'll ever face is the one living between your ears. And the greatest victory you'll ever win is the moment you stop letting your mind limit you and start training it to work for you, not against you. Because when your mind becomes disciplined, your life becomes unstoppable. And that shift, that decision to take control on the inside, is the moment everything on the outside begins to change. You've got to understand something deep. Your money is not just dollars, it's discipline. Your money is a mirror. It shows you exactly who you are when nobody's watching. And for a lot of people, the problem isn't that they don't make enough, it's that they don't respect what they make. They treat their bank account like a temporary visitor instead of a long-term partner. They let impulses speak louder than intentions. They let wants scream over needs, and then they sit there frustrated, confused, wondering why they feel stuck. It's not life that's holding them back. It's their habits. It's their relationship with the very resource they say they want more of. Money goes to the disciplined. Money sits with the one who knows how to protect it. Money listens to the person who actually has a plan for it. You can pray for it, dream about it, visualize it. But if you don't respect it when it shows up, it will leave you faster than it arrived. And that's why so many people feel defeated. They think their financial future is controlled by luck, opportunity, timing, or a paycheck. When, in reality, it's controlled by small decisions, daily decisions, quiet decisions nobody claps for. Decisions like saying no when you want to say yes. Decisions like saving before you spend. Decisions like choosing responsibility over reaction. You can't build a powerful life if you let your emotions spend for you. You can't build a legacy if you let your cravings drive your choices. Every time you swipe without thinking, every time you buy to impress instead of invest, every time you use money to fill a void instead of build a vision, you weaken the version of you that's trying to break out, and that version needs strength, it needs clarity, it needs guidance, and your money is one of the clearest ways you practice that guidance. You have to treat money like a tool, not a trophy. A tool helps you build, a tool has purpose, a tool requires skill. A tool requires consistency, and if you don't know how to use it, it can even hurt you. But once you master it, once you learn how to direct it instead of letting it direct you, everything changes. Suddenly you're not stressed by bills, you're planning ahead. Suddenly you're not scrambling for survival, you're creating structure. Suddenly you're not chasing opportunities, you're preparing for them. And that's the real power being prepared. Being intentional, being aware, because when you control your money, you control your future, you control your options, you control your movements, you control the quality of decisions you make. And when you stop letting every emotion run wild and start telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went, that's the moment you shift from surviving to building, from reacting to leading, from hoping to executing. Control your money or your money will control you. Look, real talk, your money is not the problem. Your discipline is. People always say they need more money, but what they really need is more structure, more self-control, more awareness of where every dollar is going, because money doesn't disappear, it moves. Either you tell it where to go, or it leaves you for somebody who knows what to do with it. And most people don't lose money because of bills. They lose money because of impulse, because of temporary emotion, because of trying to look like something instead of actually becoming something. And the truth is, your financial life will always reflect your mental life. If your mind is cluttered, your spending will be cluttered. If your mind is undisciplined, your bank account will look undisciplined. If your mind is emotional, your purchases will be emotional. So this ain't just about money, this is about managing you. You've got to start respecting your money the same way you respect your goals. Protect it, guard it. Don't allow your future to get stolen by your feelings today. You can't keep saying you want freedom while spending like a prisoner to your impulses. You can't keep claiming you want success while financing the same habits that keep you average. If you're serious about your life, then your bank account has to become a tool, not a toy. Start tracking everything. Start paying attention. Ask yourself, does this match the person I'm becoming? Because every purchase is a vote for who you're choosing to be. Champions don't buy distractions, they buy opportunity. They don't chase shiny things, they invest in things that shine later. They don't live to impress others, they live to improve themselves. And listen to me carefully. Saving money is not about being cheap. It's about being prepared. It's about creating margin so you can breathe, so you can think, so you can make moves without fear. When you have financial discipline, your confidence goes up, not because you're rich, but because you're in control. And that control spills into every area of your life. Your work ethic gets better, your focus gets sharper, your decisions get stronger. Why? Because discipline in one area builds discipline in every area. And if you really want to elevate, you've got to start separating wants from needs. You've got to start valuing long-term satisfaction over short-term comfort. You've got to stop feeding your impulses and start feeding your future. Because the world will gladly take your money, entertainment, distractions, trends, impulses, they're all designed to drain you. But the disciplined, they rise, they build, they multiply, they create a life that doesn't require excuses or explanations. So if you want to control your money, you first have to control yourself, your habits, your urges, your decisions, your moments of weakness. When you own that, your money starts working for you instead of running from you. And that's when everything changes. Control your discipline and your money will follow every time.